IDEX investors got spanked hard on Friday when the shares fell around 40%, thanks to short seller Nathan Anderson of Hindenburg Research. Anderson is best known for his misleading and fraudulent exposés, or research reports as he likes to call them, which are published under the name Hindenburg Research. We're living in the Robinhood era, which makes it extremely easy for people like Anderson or Hindenburg to manipulate stocks through false accusations, which hinge on fundamental misunderstandings of the company's business. In this video, I'm going to be telling you everything that you will need to know about Hindenburg or Nathan Anderson and show you exactly how he has gotten away with doing the same stuff in the past. But more importantly, I'm going to go over the actions that you can take right now to help me expose this clown and stop him from doing anything else like this in the future. So today, we're going to expose him for who he is, and we're going to make sure that he is held accountable for his selfish actions. And we're going to be starting right now. Hey, what is going on? My name is Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your wealth through investing and trading in the stock market, make sure you start right now by subscribing and tapping that bell so that you never miss a thing. And I'll see you guys in the video. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about Hindenburg Research and Nathan Anderson of Hindenburg Research. You can essentially say that Nathan Anderson is Hindenburg Research. I'm not aware of any other employees that work for that company. What I plan on sharing with you today will make it clear to you as to why I am of the opinion that Hindenburg is not credible as a forensic research company or specialist, whatever they want to call themselves, and their word cannot be trusted. It cannot be taken at face value. It is my belief also that most of the allegations Hindenburg makes against companies are highly misleading and highly exaggerated for no other purpose except for Anderson and his cohorts to profit off of the company's misfortune and the misfortune of the shareholders that are stuck holding the bags when these people are done shorting the company. So we've got a lot to discuss, but before I get into it all, I want to stress to you the importance of you watching this video, especially if you are new to trading and investing. The main goal here is to expose these short sellers for what they are doing and then hold them accountable for their actions, so that next time that they think about doing something like this, they're going to think twice. And with that being said, it is extremely important that you share this video so that we can reach as many people as possible. If you have a Twitter account, I ask that you share it on Twitter or whatever other social platforms you may be using. Also, smashing that like button will ensure that YouTube shows this video to more people, so that's important. But now, back to the topic at hand, which is Nathan Anderson and Hindenburg Research. So the house that you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually a building. This is 631 West 207th Street, as you can see on the screen. This is New York, New York, and this is where Nathan Anderson resides. Anderson is 36 years old. His middle initial is Z, so it's Nathan Z. Anderson. I've got two phone numbers for him. I don't know if they're any good or if these are old numbers because I hadn't tried calling them, but they are 917-378-1158, and the second one is 860-933-0999. 0000. I've got a company website for him, which I'm going to explain in a second, but that's clarityspring.com, which is a company website, and he was the CEO of this company prior to being the CEO of Hindenburg Research. His education is from the University of Connecticut, and that was in 2002 through 2006. And then he grew up. His first job was as a research assistant in Jerusalem Center for Public Affairs. That was May 2004 through January 2005. So he worked there for 9 months, enough to serve a full-term pregnancy. Worked with former UN Ambassador Dor Gold. Wrote and presented drafts of policy briefs and research proposals, conducted research on emerging Middle East political issues. So his second job was as a columnist, and that was on campus from 2005 to 2006, which is a year and 1 month. He's got 3 certifications, which are Chartered Financial Analyst, or CFA. He's in the CFA Society. He's got a second certification, which is a Chartered Alternative Investment Analyst, CAIA. And then, of course, he's an open water scuba diver, or a PADI. And he specialized in domestic politics and Middle Eastern affairs. Then he became an account executive at FactSet Research Systems, and that was from 2007 to 2010. He was there for about 3 years and 7 months. After that, he went to Principal Alternatives Blue Heron Capital, worked there from October 2010 to January 2012, which is a year and 4 months. Then he became the director of Alternatives Tangent Capital. That was from January 2012 until March 2015, so he was there for 3 years and 3 months. Then he became the CEO and co-founder of Clarity Springs Incorporated, which was from 2015 through December 2018. That's 3 years and 9 months. Then he became the founder of Hindenburg Research on November 2018 until present. Isn't that swell? So what I want to bring up real quick has to do with IDEX. And keep in mind that they were just destroyed by Hindenburg through their manipulation. So I will actually go through the details of the allegations made by Hindenburg here in a couple minutes. But first, what I want to do is point out that a lot of institutional investors own IDEX. Now, why? Why is that? I mean, that's crap. A lot of shares, that all these investment companies own. Why would they own them unless they believed in this company? Unless they thought that, it was a solid company, meaning that this little Hindenburg character is off his rocker, to put it in nice terms. So I'm sure that a lot of you have been wondering how Hindenburg gets away with making all these false allegations and claims. So what I want to do is take a few minutes to kind of explain to you what's been going on in court cases so far that we do have results for. Civil conspiracy, sixth cause of action. Under New York law, to establish a claim of civil conspiracy, the plaintiff must demonstrate the primary tort plus the following 4 elements: an agreement between 2 or more parties, an overt act in furtherance of the agreement, and 3, the parties' intentional participation in the furtherance of a plan on purpose, and 4, resulting damage or injury. So I'm going to tell you about some of these tricks that Hindenburg or Nathan Anderson is using, and I'm going to point out that there's a lot of different, a lot of shorts out there, obviously, and they're using similar tactics, but I've never seen, anyone with such blatant disregard for humanity, for companies and their shareholders, that you're willing to screw everyone else to fatten your own pocket. And he's screwing people big time because none of the stuff he's saying is actually true. Which is pretty bad. He ought to be ashamed of himself. We know that when he does do this, there's a transfer of wealth between your pocket and his. Trying to take advantage of all the new Robinhooders. And that just doesn't sit right with me. I previously went over a general strategy that Hindenburg appears to use, and that strategy consists of Anderson and his goons taking short positions on companies that are overextended, and then they twist things around and manipulate until they create confusion and panic selling. They've screwed a lot of companies and shareholders like this. Just to give you a few names, there's YRIV, Pharmacello, OPK, SRNE, INPX, EROS, Afria. I mean, the list goes on and on. But this is pretty much what Anderson capitalizes on. Because of that, he was able to put the fear of God into these people's lives. And it was all done through manipulation, and ultimately he was able to drop the IDEX shares by 40% last Friday. So let's examine the evidence and see what's going on. Hindenburg used some photos and videos in which we could see that there was a date of 2018 on a banner in some of the media, and a blurry 2019 as well, which resembled a 2018. Hindenburg maintains, however, that their Chinese vacation took place in June. And what I'm curious to know about is, how did they pull this off with, the travel restrictions in place? Crazy. They also give their version of the conversations that took place between them and certain described individuals. And it would appear to me that some of the conversations held did not go as Hindenburg describes. Furthermore, the approach that they took to obtain this information, which was over the phone, was not logical. It was obviously intentionally done in a manner that would yield the answers that Hindenburg wanted, which specifically I am referring to the calls made to random help desks of, rather large corporations. Pretty much they just ran with the answers that they got, even though they were well aware that those help desks would not be privy to any of the information that they were seeking. So they pretty much ignored that fact and, just got something. Now I'd like to address the Meg allegations. There was a recording that they have not produced yet. What I want to say about that is they do the same thing in all of their other reports. They're always claiming they have all this evidence that they don't actually have to make things sound worse than they actually are. But then when it comes time to produce this evidence, they can never produce it. So they don't have a freaking recording. If they did, it'd be out everywhere. And number two, I want to address the Photoshopped pictures and talk about the Meg logo and the date on there. Who cares? This is normal. They just got the dang place. Who really gives a crap? Same story as I've seen in every other research piece or whatever the hell these guys want to call it. It's over-exaggeration and, want to sit there and focus on small things that don't matter and make up crap to go along with it because they have nothing. They're just shorting the stock, and that's all. Okay, so one last thing that I have got to put out there. This comes from Hindenburg or Nate Anderson himself, okay, in his own words. He says, "You should assume that as of the publication date of any report, post, or communication referencing any publicly traded security, Hindenburg possibly along with or through our members, partners, affiliates, employees, clients, investors, industry contacts, and or consultants may have a position in the stock covered herein and therefore stands to realize significant gains in the event that the price of stock moves. Following publication of any report or letter, we intend to continue transacting in the securities covered therein, and we may be long, short, or neutral at any time after, regardless of our initial position or recommendation. Holy crap. So this dude's like insane, basically. He's gonna make you dump the shares. Then when they get cheap, he's gonna buy them. But he doesn't have to tell you that. And he can change his mind at any time and leave you screwed, which is what, his job is, I guess. And if it's not, then he's making it his job because that's the kind of person he is. All right, so I think this is going to wrap it up for today's video. Don't forget to share with as many people as you can. Get it all over your social media. Go to Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, you can make a Twitter. Makes everything better. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description below. If you need a new platform, like if you're only using Robinhood and want to try something better, check out the description below. If you're checking out your screen, you should be seeing some thumbnails popping up with new videos. If you haven't seen them yet, make sure to check them out. And if there's anything I missed in this video, because I'm sure there is, let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys tomorrow in a brand new video.